The internal auditor of a company shall be free from any undue influences which force him to deviate from the truth. He shall be independent. Is the above statement proper? If so, how independence of internal auditor can be established? Here, if you see, the internal auditor shall be free from any undue influences which force him to deviate from the truth. The independence, basically, here, see, independence is the foundation of the audit profession. Okay, so that's the thing actually here. So, first, when you write in the exam, we'll write the above points actually here. So, the internal auditor, of shall be free from undue influence shall be free he shall be free from what you can say undue influence. That's a thing here, so which force him to deviate from the truth. Actually, that's the thing here. So now, so he'll be free from what you can say undue influences actually here. So which force him to deviate from the truth. So the internal auditor shall be independent. That's the thing here. So internal auditor shall be independent. So when you're writing the exam, also when you're writing the answer, independence should be both in mind. So independence we talk about should be in mind as well as it should be in appearance. It should be both in mind and appearance. And further, what you can say, he should resist. So internal auditor, he should resist what he has to resist. That is any kind of what you can say undue pressure or interference while they are establishing the scope of internal audit assignment. So any internal audit assignment scope, if they're establishing, so they should resist any kind of interference or undue pressure in such case actually here. So further, what you can say also in case of reporting. So for reporting also they should resist any kind of pressure as such. That's the thing here. Okay. So further, what you can say that this is independence of internal auditor is definitely very vital for organization because internal auditor has been appointed by management and he has to ensure that the real things come out. So internal auditor basically his focus is on what three things, that is governance and risk management and to check the internal control. So that is why it is very critical. And internal audit function should be free from any undue influence. Any undue influence, it should be free from any kind of undue influence. That's the thing. So internal auditor must be free from any kind of undue influence. That is the most important thing to be established. That's the thing here. So now, to how do you establish the independence of auditor? How do you establish that internal auditor will be considered? That's the thing here. So now, in such case, how do you establish the independence actually? So first is that independence of internal auditor, so that he can act what you can say objectively. That's the thing here. So there should be objectively, plus there should be any impartial attitude should be there. So now in this case, first of all, you have to see the organizational structure. The first thing is that the organizational structure, the what is the organizational structure of the internal audit internal auditor? So what is the organized structure of the internal auditor? That's the thing here. So basically, they should be internal auditors should be positioned in such a manner that they act objectively. Objectively means they are like say free of they are like say having any kind of impartial attitude. They act in a very objective manner. That's the thing. They should be positioned in such a manner. That's the thing. They should have the internal auditor should have direct access to board of directors, okay, and the audit committee members. They should have direct access to these various people. So this you have to highlight while writing the answer. That's the thing here. Then the reporting must be to the highest authority. Then only it will make sense. To the highest authority means to the board of directors of the company, to the owners of the company. It should be to the highest authority. Then only it will be very effective in nature. So highest level of authority should be there. That's the thing here. Okay. So what happens is that so the authority should be from superiors. So authority from superiors. Then only he can act what you can say objectively. Then only you can act objectively. That's the thing here. So internal auditor, then only he can act in a very objective manner. That's the thing here. Okay. So they should have internal auditor should have what you can say for functioning. They should have resources. They should have budget. Internal auditor should have resources. They should have budget, and they should have that support there where they work without any undue influence. So they should have support from top management to work objectively. Work objectively. So this is how you can establish the make the internal auditor more independent. So look by positioning them to act in an objective manner. They have direct access to topmost people in the organization, reporting to highest authority, and the authority comes from the superiors that to act objectively. Internal auditor they should have resources, budget, and support from top management to act in an objective manner. Okay, this is how we answer the question. Thank you.